Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the very last Turbo Drive Live Let's Plays of 2016. And I've already said this many times before, so... My last escape. Last chance. And all that jazz. Right, okay, so we need to... pop, thingies there. I can't remember. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with the setup that I have right now. So it's all good. Right. Let us do this. So make our way back out. And another earthquake. That's not good. And now a CG cutscene! Ah! You kind of know what that is, Jill. We've seen it before. Yeah, this is the grave digger. Basically, easy enough to take care of it with a rocket launcher. Though, primarily, I think the best weapon to take care of it is the the freeze rounds from the grenade launcher. And also another method of carrying on is obviously, well, one way to kind of like instant kill it is to get one of these lampposts to kind of like fall into this puddle of water and electrify it, and that'll take care of the grave digger. So yeah. So yes. Will you climb the fence? Yes. Awkwardly enough. Ah, damn it, spiders. Oh no, you don't. You keep your poisons to yourselves. So actually, hello. Well, it's not New Year's yet. It's still the 31st here in the UK. I know in Japan they've already celebrated their New Year's, so which is good. It's like there's plenty of people ahead of me who's. Ooh, hello. Ooh. Let's get these headshots. Nice. Oh yeah. So now that we have that park key, there's another gate here in this section here that I didn't show off that we can now get through. This guy here, I think he's holding magnum ammo. Yeah, he is. So if you ever wanted more magnum ammo, then there you go. But yes, we've used the pot. No longer need it. Nope. And I've got a little bit of the sniffles. After spending so many of my months trying to recuperate from surgery, I've now got the sniffles. Great. I'm ending the year on a high, people. Apparently that's not interactive. But, yeah, with, what was it? This section here. Oh. We gotta have a choice. And this is actually crucial to the actual, kind of ending of the game. So you can either push Nemesis off or jump off yourself. And to get the canonical ending, you have to jump off. Or let the timer run out and let Nemesis hit you off. So by doing this, this allows us to go this direction. And this will get us a alternate kind of like way into the what's known as the Dead Factory. Just many people just call it the factory, but the maps call it the Dead Factory. So, which is kind of relevant really because there's dead. It's a factory and it has the dead in it, so makes sense. It's no house though. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Alright, so we've got a save room here if you ever want to save in this area. This security manual here. Security of the plant, in quotations. Since this plant is a facility under the disguise of a deserted factory, civilians will sometimes enter. If this should occur, do not hesitate to shoot them. Shoot first, ask questions later. If they choose to surrender, arrest and then transfer them to the laboratory as new guinea pigs. You will be rewarded. Wow. Umbrella Works. Bunch of dicks. It's like, we have this place that's that's extremely close to a local park, so if people somehow just kind of like wander into this this abandoned factory, shoot them on sight, or if they surrender, use them as guinea pigs. Dicks. Maintenance of the device, in quotations. This entire plant is controlled by an epidemic prevention system. There we go. When contamination is detected in the treatment room or decomposed specimen pool, the plant will automatically be locked down for isolation. In that case, you must follow the manual to unlock it. If the contamination is over the limit, the whole system will automatically lock down. Then, you must remain in the plant and wait for subsequent orders. There we go. Sorry, I can't read. Those who leave the facility without permission will suffer extreme consequences. Severe and extreme. Right, so we've got the water sample here that you get from here, and you need to use this in this next room over here. And of course, it is different for different items are in different places when you choose the different route on that bridge with Nemesis. There's another health spray, but I've got. How many do I have? I have 7. I think I'm okay. Right, so I got a sampling device here. We also have something else here. Of a tiny slot for a plastic thing, which I might show off. Who knows if I have the time. But yeah, I'm gonna use the sample here. And this is one of the more annoying puzzles in the game that some people have a lot of trouble with. It's basically a simple case of matching up the sample signal, and then matching it up with the ABC columns that we have here. So, obviously the test will say that obviously this is incorrect and it doesn't match, so we need to match it. And it's fairly simple. You just basically have to take into consideration where on the thing, you need to move it to. So you can move left and right, and then after you've kind of done that, you can go back to the selection of A, B, and C, and then when you feel everything's aligned right, then you'll be able to do it. So, or solve the puzzle. Right. So in this case, we need to have a moment in the thing that has. I think this might be okay. So let's go back. B. C, and Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Yeah. I'm changing it. Right, so. Right, so I need. Yeah, I think that will be good for C. Let's bring. No, actually. Bring C. Yeah. Trying to remember how to do this again. Bring that back. And then A. Let's see if we can put B in the right place. Keep forgetting how this works. Oh boy. Let's see. That might work. But just move B. Nope, doesn't work. Damn it! Oh god. Oh jeez. Let me see if we move that up a bit. Totally lost my place now. Of course, this is taking a lot longer than I expected. See, that looks alright. Yeah, we'll go with that. There we go. Took a while. We got it. So that, with that water sample check, that effectively helps us for our kind of like progression to find a certain key item that we need to get through the game. And you know what? Just to be on the safe side, we'll save. Because obviously I've been known to, to make a little mistake. Make a mistake and spending my time doing something and then end up. Oh god. Yes, we'll overwrite that one. So anyway, I hope everyone's gonna be enjoying their Hogmanay / Eve, New Year's Eve in the best way possible. Either with friends, family, whatever. I have a friend, hopefully coming around to celebrate with me. It's just a matter of case of... Oh no! It's like... Eat that! Ah, oh, damn it.
Rescuing you is becoming a full-time job.
Ah, well, you're not getting paid, that's for sure.
I owe you.
Listen closely, Jill.
Cocky bastard.
They're going to launch a missile directly into the city as soon as day breaks.
At dawn? But that's only...
I know.
That's only what? What? It's like an hour, 2 hours, 15 minutes away? It's like time frame, guys.
Watch out for that traitor Nikolai.
It's like Carlos getting a little, just getting a little more emotional. It's like, don't trust him. It's like, be good, so long, beloved. A little, oh dear. What? Get rid of that thingy. Don't like explosive barrels. There we go. Oh, that one was in the blue thing. But what was it? Just seen one of the comments. What was it from? Ghost Ribbon? Like, I know. Sewers are never a good thing, but you're going way into detail with that comment. All right, so we're going up here. Dealing with some just well, it is the new year, so we might as well pop some pop some favors of some kind. All right, so we got a system disc, non-MO disc. So system disc and the MO disc are two completely different things. So yeah, like I said, this is called Dead Factory, so we've got the map for that. And we've also unlocked the lock from this place. And oh, hello. Whoa! Nice dodge from Jill, and that was Nikolai. Ah, cheeky busted. He just got past this gate here and made his made his way forward. So he's locked his way. So, seems like we've got something to do. We've got something to do that needs to be done. But first, a little more reading. Manager's Diary. April 25th. Today is my 30th birthday. Happy birthday to you. Good show, sir. Good, sir. I was transferred to this facility today. Wow, that was quite a birthday present, wasn't it? I'm very happy because the work environment is very different from life in the university. Really? You actually enjoy this hellhole? Different strokes for different folks, I suppose. May 14th. The disposal system has been completed. Using a special kind of gas, it can decompose the cells of the guinea pigs. We have to try this out before beginning practical usage of the system, since it is not 100% stable yet. Dude, this is just You know, he got used to the whole, you know, thing of using guinea pigs and whatnot. It's like it's like he got right into the swing of things. You know, literally a month later. Jesus, like no shocking facts of like him reacting to it's like, this is a horrible job. The pay's so bad, and I have to kill people. It's so discriminating. Ah, no, he's just cool with it. You know, it's part of the job. Part of the job's description. May 20th. While I was checking this treatment room, the door shut, and I was locked inside. I couldn't get out for 1 hour. I guess even if you have the key card, it's useless when you are locked inside. Oh, well, good thinking nothing bad happened to you, because apparently there's another month. June 7th. The guinea pigs we have to dispose of are increasing. The system is not working smoothly. The laboratory staff doesn't listen to my opinions, and I am getting extremely frustrated. Frustrated to the point where you're gonna be killing people, I suppose. July 16th. We can't dispose of all the bodies, and the quality of the liquid medicine is not good enough either. July 29th. Though the function of the system decreases, the number of bodies we have to dispose doesn't. The infection level has increased, and the antibodies we are using is no match for the new mutation of the virus. Some of the workers have been infected by the disease. I've continued to work, but I always keep a gun with me. I must remember to save one bullet for me. I want to weep. I don't want to die here. I swear that I'll lose my mind if I imagine how painful the death will be. Wow. I'm guessing he got... And of course with the ellipses afterwards, I'm sure he probably got his comeuppance. Which is a given. Right, so what's this shining here? The facility key. This will be handy. In fact, actually... yeah, we'll go... we'll do that just now then. Yeah, sociopaths need work too, I suppose. Or these crawly bastards. Chimeras. Alright, so we'll go down here. We're going back all the way back to the water sample room. Because we have this very unique key that we can use in that room. It's good that this elevator is just, you know, you don't have to say, oh, is it the bottom floor or top floor? Or do you want to open it again? You know. Hopefully nothing will surprise us. Anywho. Now one thing I've failed to talk about with the you know, the files pickup is that there's a certain order you can pick up the files. Well, no, and I want to use this key here because this will be handy to show off down the line. We take the facility key, yes. So that's what you use that key for. And of course it will come in handy. I'll show it off in just a moment. But yeah, with the what was it? The files. If you collect them in a specific order, of course it does also require you to go through a certain order of of events as well, to get the to do it in the right order, so that way you got them all in your first time and whatnot. And by getting all the files in order, you actually unlock a special file that takes in place of the first instruction book file that you get at the start of the game. Oh shit. They respawn. Regenerative bastards! Oh, damn it. There we go. And the secret file is actually Jill Valentine's diary. Now, I don't know if I've actually gotten all the files in the correct order. I probably haven't, so I won't be able to show off quite, you know, decent enough. In here, but I can check. Yeah, I've missed one. I missed a file, which is a given. Oh well, I missed 2, 3. Well, the last 2 are still in the dead factory here, but yeah. Still something I can't help. But it is just basically a document, like a documentation of Jill's kind of like stuff after the events of the first game. So it's like obviously talking about the first game, like what happened just after the first game, what happened with Chris, you know, what he was doing, and then her kind of like final things before the events of Resident Evil 3 started. So. Alright, so welcome to the Steam Room. Steam Room puzzle. I love this bit. I know there is a kind of like speedrun strat to kind of like bypass the Steam. But of course you get hurt. Well, I don't know if you do get hurt. I don't know. Yeah. There we go. So we got to the console. And that also activates the power. Well, it activates power to the room that we need to go to now. Which is that room there, which is right next to the elevator. And you're probably wondering what that elevator goes to. Well, we'll need a special card for that. And we will get that very shortly. No, I'm good. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I was contemplating of taking out a specific weapon for the fight up ahead. Yes, it's gonna be one of those. So we go into this room here. And this is where we need to find the key cards. Now, of course, the system disc that you found obviously is used for this console here. There you go. That unlocks this room here. But as soon as you go into this room,
warning. Proceeding with operation in treatment.
Surprise! It's a trap! It's the treatment room that you read about in that file. And guess who else is here? Ah, good old Nemi himself. Just up and about, still tendrils in hand. But this also gives you a good idea of how to take care of Nemesis. But of course, I'm not gonna do it the correct way. I'm gonna do it the cheesy way. Not cheesy as in cringeworthy. It's just like cheese-worthy. Like, you know, just kill it. Yeah, kill it the fast way. There we go. But yeah, you're supposed to lure Nemesis to these kind of like acid pipes, and obviously take care of him. But of course, yeah. Screw playing the game's way of trying to beat the boss. Of course, another way of defeating Nemesis is using acid rounds in that fight. But yeah, after you beat Nemesis, you'll get the card key, which is needed in order to open up the door. So that's once that's done, boom, you can leave. And that's the key card that you need. And after that, I'm surprised this didn't happen to that guy, because this is what happens once you're stuck in the treatment room for too long. And poor old Nemesis got, you know, put into it.
All personnel evacuate immediately.
Yeah. Missile attack confirmed. No self-destruct system, just a missile attack. Apparently the factory put in that missile attack detector system in last week. But yeah. And this is a nice cool shot here of Jill, the bubbles from the water below. Anyway, we've got oh damn. Those slightly inappropriate zombies to just come our way. So yeah, I'm just gonna use one of these to get me back at full health. Oh dear. Well, Ghost Ribbon loves the idea of a strong enemy constantly pursuing you throughout the game. Well, you've definitely got to like Resident Evil 7, because that's what they pretty much got for, what was it, for, you know, the Baker family, you know, especially the father figure enemy thing. Yeah. By the way, it's only only a month away now. So yes, you use the card key to access this elevator, which then takes you down to this door here, which has this card slot, and you use the card slot that you used back in the water treatment room, the water sample room, and then you use that in this lock, which unlocks a rocket launcher, which I already have. So, so yeah, if you're ever wanting to get yourself a rocket launcher, there you go. Now it has exactly 4 shots when you're playing first time around. So use them wisely. There's nothing else in this hallway, so so we use this card key, and lo and behold, more zombies. The party favors are out tonight, so, right? Right, okay, so now we're at this section here. This portable radar receiver is just somehow just lying on this console here. So we've got this radar. And I'm just gonna get this out. Oh, hello.
You're still alive. Such persistence.
Nikolai?
Sorry, but there is no escape from you.
Oh! He got himself a chopper! Well, he may have a chopper, but me? I got rocket launcher. Boom! takes care of Nikolai. So yes, you could use your rocket launcher on on Nikolai's helicopter and shoot him down. Or if you want to, you could have, you know, talked to him and get a little monologue going. But then afterwards, you wouldn't actually allow him to, you know,
I guess this is
get
it
shot
then.
down. He would actually escape.
But I don't want to die in a place like this. This isn't over yet. I'm not giving up, Jill. We still have a chance.
Carlos is very optimistic. Ghost Ribbon. Well, actually, Ghost Ribbon, you would know if you're a big fan of Resident Evil 3 and you know how Resident Evil plays. You probably have a guess of what I'm going for now. Yeah. So yeah, we could. Yeah, we can either go out the door, like go back out the door here, and then come back in, or we can investigate that thing here. But we'll go out and then come back in. It's more dramatic like that.
Jill!
Jill! You came back!
This is Junction. Over. I've come to retrieve Jill. I can see there's no time left to bring her back. This is the stars. Please come in, Jill. Here. Are you there to come? Come in.
Hey, he just called your name.
Yeah.
Who could it be?
I'm upset. Jill's like,
doesn't
who
matter.
could it be?
We should tell him where we are.
I'm sorry, it's a little... I don't know, it's just a little obvious of who it could be. It's like, damn technology!
That's it. We've got to find a way out of here. Now!
And then Carlos goes the opposite direction.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Warning.
Basically, what I think Carlos did was, Carlos just went out the other way
Emergency level.
and,
All personnel.
you know,
Evacuate
started to just like
immediately.
find a cozy corner and just go into the fetal position for a good while. Because it's like, I don't know where to go! I don't know where to go anymore! Okay. So instead of a timer, we have this radar that's kind of acting like our timer. Of telling us where the position of the missile is at the moment. Sorry, just there. Yeah, watch out for these zombies. Now, actually, what was it? I always miss this one. What was it? There's yeah, this is it here. I always miss this file every time I'm going for a 100% file run. So, incinerator manual. This incinerator plant is one of the facilities that burns the disposable items which are sent from the laboratory. The incinerator burns the waste materials that cannot be decomposed at the treatment room. It also supplies electricity to the facility by a thermal power electricity generator. Part of the electricity is stored in the giant big battery installed in the facility's underground area. The electricity is used as an auxiliary power source. The auxiliary power circuit will be activated once the 3 auxiliary circuit units are properly placed in their sockets. Sorry, the screen went black for a second. In case the circuits are not connected automatically, a person can connect them manually to activate the system. So yeah. And of course you're probably wondering, well, what does that mean? Huh? What does that mean? Well, there's another file just outside this door that actually shows you what that all kind of like meant. Yeah. Even though, yeah, there's a missile coming our way, we're still getting like shakes. We're getting the shakes, which is not really It's not really what a missile does. It's like it's not a self-destruct. It's not a self-destruct system. Yeah, it's like you got it all backwards there, game. Anyway, classified photo file. This is the last file in the game. In my opinion, I feel that it's too early to use this Parcellus? 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 Parcellus sword? Is that? I have no idea how to pronounce that. An actual fight. However, in order to acquire the G-Virus that Umbrella has developed, it will be a great help to us. Wait, what? I thought the person who wrote this file it was working with Umbrella, so. Perusilus. No, wait. Wait, Paracelsus. Paracelsus? That's what Ghost Ribbon has put into the chat in terms of like syllables. Yeah. Greek deity. Alright. Of course, it has to be Greek, isn't it? Had to be Greek. Anyway, everyone has a romanced version of Greek mythology. Anyway, sorry, moving on. The power of the rail cannon is satisfactory, but please note that it is still having a few remaining problems. Technology Division Colonel Franklin Hart. And yes, this rail cannon is obviously, you know, gotta be a player of some kind. Oh wait, a Swiss-German philosopher. Alright. So yes, and yeah, because of what happened here. There was an explosion. The door won't move. Apparently, an explosion. Okay. And looky here. It's one of Umbrella's deadly bioweapons. Yes, it's the Tyrant from a transformation pod with the market of T. So yes, it's the Tyrant. It's a Tyrant. That was done by Umbrella. So obviously, yeah. Even though this place was under Umbrella, apparently. It was overtaken by a military group or something like that. So yeah. Anyway.
Checking system.
Good. Yeah, check. Yeah, make sure everything's doing fine. Me? I'm not. He's like, I got runny nose. I get myself a virus. Okay, so yes, this is the rail cannon in question that requires a a good amount of energy in order to be used. Now, I don't know why we need this energy and whatnot. It's like doesn't make any sense. Power's going outside. It cannot be unlocked now. Yeah. So yeah, so we need power. We need power. And the only way to have power is to insert these batteries one at a time. Good. One down, 2 to go. Wait a minute. What the hell is that thing? Whoa! So yeah. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nemesis is back for one final fight. Whew. But before we take care of him, we need to still take care of these batteries, so. Come on, Jill. Here's the battery.
Battery connected. Rail cannon has been activated.
Good. That could come in handy.
Preparing to fire.
Oh, that's it charging. See a couple of more dead bodies of some Mr. X's around here. Oh shit. Did I get hit? Oh, dodge! Nice dodge there. Ow. Just wail with it with the rocket launcher. That's the best thing to do. Whoa! Whew. That was quite explosive, but yeah, now we have because obviously I've been using the rocket launcher. Nemesis is being quite a chicken right now. And that's the rail cannon just firing off again. But of course, this is just, you know, for the game notifying, yeah, you've beaten Nemesis, he's on the run, and now he's gotta get blown apart by the rail cannon right in the back. Oh, come on, Jill, he only hit you once.
Warning. System overheating. Entering cooldown mode.
Oh, and ironically, the door's open. Yeah. Kind of fan. Yeah. We finally took care of Nemesis. It's finally over. It's like we don't need to worry about him anymore. We could just easily just walk out of this door and things will be fine. He's still alive? He's still alive! That's it! Fuck this shit! End this bitch! Yeah, we got plenty of time. And Jill just randomly finds a magnum on the ground, which we didn't notice before. And she was able to pick it up.
I'll give you stars.
Oh, that is the one-liner of the entire franchise, I think. You want stars? I'll give you stars. It's like it's cheesy, but it fucking works. So yes, that's it. That is Nemesis done. It's so cheesy. It's like it's so good that it's bad. It's like one of the worst lines in the series, man. It sucks. Now we're outside of the factory.
Jill!
Oh, hey,
look,
Carlos.
Chopper's
Oh, you
coming
finally
in.
grew some balls and...
Yes!
It's like, yeah! Where the hell did you have that flare? Oh, shit! Oh, shit. Oh, boy. I just spilled it. Whoops.
Thanks, you saved us.
I couldn't let you die.
Is it you?
Are you ready to finish this?
Apparently so.
It's coming.
Yeah. It's the end.
Whoa! Bright lights! Oh, whew. Well, someone liked, what was it?
That's it.
Terminator 2.
Umbrella's going down.
But yes, as Ghost Ribbon is going on about in the chat, yes, that was Barry picking up Jill from Resident Evil 1. And now we have the aftermath.
And now we have a rather unfortunate turn of events. It seems that the President and the Federal Council have passed judgment over the civilians of Raccoon City. The President and Federal Council have ruled that the Bacillus Terminate operation is the best course of action for this extreme situation, and have since executed. Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally wiped off the map. Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark.
They just said, fuck it, let's nuke it.
Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
I wish I had my hat on so I can take it off and mourn the loss of thousands. Yes, indeed. Today was a bad day for Raccoon City. And thus, it's over. So yeah. And that is the end of Resident Evil 3. Yeah. But, of course, there's something a little extra at the end that we will get to in just a moment. But yeah, it's like a very somber, obviously, track to end the series off, or like end this game off. Well, two, in fact. Very, very, very effective kind of like tracks as well, so... Well, personally, I like Resident Evil 2 second scenario ending really good. I think that was awesome. If you want somber, kind of like moving, kind of like ballad-esque music, for your ending credits and whatnot, yeah, Resident Evil 1, especially the remake. Resident Evil 1 remake and Resident Evil 3 have really good kind of like piano pieces. Yeah, I like that. Anyway. But yes. What a way to end the stream. And to end this. Presented by Capcom, who are suddenly getting their act together again, eventually. So yes, and we finished it off with a very poor, kind of like a grade C, but of course this ending card is obviously specific for that ending as well. Where we have Barry just coming in with his taking off his hat. Yeah, it's like my job here is done, and Carlos just taking it, having a stiff drink, and Jill, looking nice. So yes, after this, every time you beat the game on hard mode, you get yourself an epilogue that you can read, and this is one of them. Once again, only you survived, Mr. Death. The chocolate pilot speaks with a cold bitterness. Oh, always only you survived, Mr. Death. The pilot continues. The hunk does not respond to the pilot. He doesn't care. The deaf cannot die. The survivor thinks to himself with a warm smile. And yes, that is obviously Hunk. From Resident Evil 2. And that is just one of different things. And this is also what you get after you get all the epilogues in the game. The Raccoon City menace has come to its ultimate conclusion. Nevertheless, as long as there their insidious research continues, the terror of Umbrella Inc. shall live on forever. Thank you for playing. So yes, this is the ending stream that you would. This is the ending screen that you get for after you get all the epilogues, and I'll show you the rest of the epilogues in just a moment, as we will need to save this on a next game save, so we can override this. There we go. Sorry, I'm still wondering how things are just now. Well, nothing's short-circuited, that's for sure. So I'm okay. Yeah. So if we load a game, Mr. Tofu. Oh dear. Okay, so if we load up the next game here, we can look at the other epilogues that you can unlock over the game. Now, each one obviously is, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is basically in order of how many times you beat the game. So, or beat it on hard mode. I think it's specifically on the PlayStation 1 version, you have to beat it on hard mode in order to get the epilogue files. But, you know, like, hard mode and easy mode. Easy mode obviously gives you, like, the unlimited, well, no, it gives you the assault rifle out of the, straight away, rather than starting you off with a handgun. So it's usually best to just start on hard mode anyway. So anyway, so the first one here is what happens to Jill after the events of Resident Evil 3. So here we go. After escaping the city, Jill set out to join Chris Redfield. However, all she found was an empty hideout of Chris's. On the floor was Chris's knife. Jill left without hesitation because she firmly believes that Chris is still alive. She will search for him until she finds him. Then they can go and put an end to Umbrella. So yeah, although this epilogue moment with Jill really doesn't correlate with what happens in later entries in the games series with Umbrella. What was it? Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles and whatnot. So then we got this one here. Please forgive me, Claire. Chris Redfield has just finished this letter with his signature phrase. As he removes his sunglasses, a lady walks by him with light steps. She looks about the same age as Claire, he thinks. A short time later, Chris discovers that his sister was looking for him, but was caught. So this kind of like ties into Resident Evil Code Veronica. So yeah, makes sense. It kind of like makes sense here. So, and of course, Code Veronica was kind of like being made around about the same time as Resident Evil 3, because Resident Evil 3 was originally going to be the spin-off, and Resident Evil Code Veronica was going to be the actual sequel. So, to kind of like tease Code Veronica, they made obviously that epilogue and whatnot. Here's the one that you get for beating it third time. Barry Burton looks at his young daughters and says, "I'm sorry, but my comrades are waiting for me." He knows that he must repay his teammates for forgiving his betrayal, even if that means leaving his family for now. His wife tries to hide her fear, so she smiles and says, "Don't worry, we'll be okay." So yeah, of course that was Barry. I think that was kind of like after Resident Evil, the events of Resident Evil 3 again. So maybe, who knows? Ghost Ribbon. No, I've actually already done Resident Evil Code Veronica, which hopefully sometime down the line it'll be uploaded onto the Last Minute Continue YouTube channel. So keep an eye out on there for you can even look out for some of my older Turbo Drive Live Let's Plays on there as well. Right now, on the Last Minute Continue YouTube channel, you can find my Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil Remake playthroughs on there. So if you want to give them a gander, go check them out. The fourth one here. Sorry with my nose. Leon Scott Kennedy is confronted with a man who claims to be a U.S. government agent. Leon says, Leave Sherry alone. She's innocent. She knows too much, the man replies. He looks at Leon and says, But you have value. This is a good deal. Make your choice. Without regret or hesitation, Leon closes his eyes and then sharply responds. And of course, this is again another tease, essentially, for the future of the series. And of course, they would take this concept, this epilogue, and turn it into the concept of Resident Evil 4, or that, and also Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles. So, get an idea from that. Leave us alone, Claire, or leave us alone. Claire Redfield couldn't believe Leon's words. Leon continued, You're looking for your brother, right? Just go! Claire knew that Leon and Sherry needed immediate medical attention, but she could not waste any more time. I'll be back. I promise, she said as she disappeared into the wilderness, alone. And this is obviously leading up to Resident Evil Code Veronica again, so makes sense. Just seeing Ghost Ribbon with a little tidbit here, saying apparently Leon Scott Kennedy was named by a fan in a contest. It shows nobody with the surname Kennedy would be called Leon. This is the, what was it? Which one is this? Sixth time that you beat the game. Do you have any relatives? When the army officer asked her, Sherry Birkin did not respond, for she has no immediate relatives. Her father and mother died because of the G virus, and so this little girl holds herself with her arms and bites her lip tight. She thinks, I'm sure she will come back. She won't forget about me. And of course that's Sherry talking about Claire. And of course, we wouldn't know much about the future of Sherry until the events of a certain sixth entry in the franchise. So, yeah. But of course, that'll be a playthrough for another day. Yes, I haven't played Resident Evil 6 for Turbo Drive Live Let's Plays, so keep that in mind. This is the one where you get. This is the one that you get for completing it the 7th time. A woman looks at herself in the mirror. She used to be called Ada Wong, but this morning she will say goodbye to that name. Now, of course, this is also kind of weird, this one, because it doesn't tell you, it's kind of hard where this kind of like takes place and whatnot. I'm not Ada Wong anymore. She feels her ab and thinks, this is Ada's scar, not mine. And as she says goodbye to Ada Wong, she can't stop her tears. However, there isn't much time left before her next mission. And of course, this is it's kind of bad. Well, this epilogue is kind of misplaced, kind of, whatever, because we do get a better understanding of how Ada escaped Raccoon City after the events of Resident Evil 2, and especially after the events of Resident Evil 3 in Umbrella Chronicles. So that gives a better idea of how she escaped and whatnot. And of course, we just had the 8th one there. So yeah, I know that was a very short one. You probably want me to show off the Mercenaries mode. I'm not gonna touch the Mercenaries mode. And it's like it's kind of pointless. It's I mean, everyone loves Mercenaries. I'm not a particularly big fan of the Mercenaries mode. I'm relatively just not too invested with it. I was just happy with the core game. I mean, granted, Mercenaries mode is a really good mode to unlock the kind of like unlimited ammo stuff for the game, where the Mercenaries, Operation Mad Jackal, you can play as 3 of the umbrella mercenaries that were in the game: Nikolai, Carlos, and Mikhail. I like to pronounce it like that, Mikhail. And by choosing either one, you can obviously go through the Mercenaries mode, and you start at the tram, and then you make your way back to the office in the like building where Jill starts in the main campaign. So yeah, you have to get to that. Of course, Mikhail, he's got the best. Well, in my personal opinion, he's got the best armament of weapons, because each have their own kind of like weapon setup. But Mikhail has the best weapon setup with a magnum, a shotgun, and a rocket launcher, which is really good. The only downfall is that he doesn't have much in the way of health items, which is a shame. But regardless, you know, I always play as Mikhail because I always feel that is always the case. So that's why you see me just using Mikhail, and the time limit there, that's not time completion. That's how much time is left remaining, because you're on a timer, and the timer is counting down because you have a bomb inside you. Whoa! So you have to make your way through the game, but while you're on your way to get to the goal point to disarm the bomb, you can meet up with survivors along the way, and if you can save those survivors in certain locations throughout the game, you can be rewarded with more ammo or health items, and you can also get a kind of like a time bonus as well. So yeah, it's kind of like what they had with what was it, Dino Crisis 2? I don't know if Dino Crisis 2 came out before or after Resident Evil 3, but that had kind of like an arcade style kind of like mechanic to it, but it was all points based rather than time based. But no, based on your kind of like time at the end of the run, where obviously it's like when you get to the goal, you'll be rewarded with credit, and of course, you know, that credit can be used to buy items in the shop here, which will result in either infinite ammo for the assault rifle, infinite ammo for the Gatling gun, infinite ammo for the rocket launcher, and infinite ammo for all weapons in the game, which of course is the best thing you can get from the game. So Ghost Ribbon the same after. So anyway, but yes, that is what Mercenary Mode is. I'm not playing it myself. You know, I've played enough Resident Evil 3. Thanks very much for watching. Have yourselves a good one. I am Offskis. Enjoy yourselves. Oh, follow me on Twitter @TurboXLR.